All right, what's up, guys? I sat there and I made sure I did everything I need to do because no, like for the next like couple of hours, I'm gonna try to, or like at least hour and a half. I'm gonna try to get caught up as possibly as good as I possibly can with Ray's videos because I'm super behind. I didn't realize how behind I was on her videos because I try to like react to them and also kind of like turn it into a shout out promo video where it's like I'm promoting her channel and stuff. So but anyways, yeah, if you guys haven't, make sure you go subscribe to my friend Ray. This is her like bigger like main channel, Hot Tea. But then she does have a personal channel called Ray Rahimi, her name, and then a business channel called Build Your Pockets. So, anyways, let's go ahead and check this video out. This video is titled "I Watched Yet Another Trisha Paytas Video on Ethan Klein and Frenemies, So You Don't Have to." So yeah, let's go ahead and check this video out.
Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today's video is going to be about Tana Mojo getting hate for posting with David Dobrik. David Dobrik saying he wants to fight Jeff Wittek and mainly Trisha Paytas' new video.
I know for a fact, like, and it's not even like, unless David knows like some form of MMA, and I mean like a next level of like MMA, like I'm saying like it's like Matrix level like MMA. If he knows that, I think that would be the only way he would win a fight with Jeff Wittek, and Jeff Wittek would have to honestly be unconscious. Like, not even trying to doubt the man, but I actually no, just full on doubt. I'm sorry, but anyways.
Regarding Ethan Klein. But before we get into it, make sure to subscribe to this channel, turn your post notifications on, and give this video a thumbs up. Alright, let's get into it. Let's first talk about Tana Mojo. She recently posted this TikTok with David Dobrik on her account and said, "You made my birthday so special and filming like the old days has me. I love you, David Dobrik."
They seem like they cool, like Natalie just back there cracking up.
A lot of people were not happy about her supporting David, commenting, "Tana, no, what is this? Are you kidding? Tana, do you ever just like stop and think, maybe I shouldn't? Tana, didn't you literally turn against him when he was canceled? Are we forgetting how he knew, filmed, and also stayed friends with Dom?" One person also said, "LMAO, he is using you, sis." I think it's the other way around.
Exactly.
Tana responds in the comments saying, "Don't even start in the comments. He had bad people around him and cut them off and apologized and took full accountability.
Exactly.
An amazing human that I love and will always be grateful for. Deep."
So like my thing is this, like if I'm like extremely like close with a person, if anything, I'm gonna be there to help them. I'm not gonna be like turning them away and stuff. Like yeah, you know, like yeah, there'd be some people out there that do some like craziest of the craziest stuff, and you know, like I just think that that's, you know, that's a thing. It's called forgiveness. So it's like, you know, you gotta forgive people, and I'm pretty sure she forgave him. So they moved on. Now it's like damage has been done. Everything's behind them, so they can move on in life. It's not like, my thing is like, it's not like he's doing that stuff, like whatever, you know, all the things that he did before. It's not like he's doing it today as we speak. And if he is, then, you know, he is going to get exposed again, and then it's just going to be 10 times worse that second time around. So
the actual people who are terrible individuals. Speaking of David, when asked who he would be down to fight with, David responded saying Jeff Wittek as a joke. And
people are trying to like overall tell her how she should like live her life and things, and it's like, look, if she wants to be friends with David Dobrik, that's her decision. So anyway,
Zayn in the back was like, "With a crane."
Dude, this is a lot of pressure because I know if I say it, I'm gonna have to go through. Oh, Jeff Wittek. Jeff Wittek, I'll see you in the ring.
Okay. Hey, who's one TikToker you would be afraid of to fight?
Oh, bro, honestly,
Bryce
all
Hall?
of them. Just kidding. Bryce Hall. Yeah, I'd be scared to fight Bryce. Dude, I'm telling you, I'm not like a good fighter, so yeah, let's do it.
People were not happy about this because Jeff is still going through the aftermath of the accident that David caused. One user tweeted, "With a crane, they laugh while Jeff is still getting eye surgery. Good thing you forgave them, and now they can make jokes about the permanent physical and psychological damage that's been done to you." However, guys, it is worth mentioning that Jeff has completely forgiven David. I'm subscribed to his Patreon because basically I'm in love with him, and he posted a video with David yesterday and where David sat with him and very seriously apologized to him on camera. I'm not going to post any clips because obviously it's behind a paywall, but it was a really cute, heartfelt moment. David said, "I'm sorry for everything you had to deal with, the accident happening in the first place. I'm sorry for all of it." Jeff said he forgives him, and David tells Jeff that he loves him, and Jeff was like, you didn't say no homo, and I died. It was just hilarious. Check out Jeff's Patreon if you want to watch the full thing. Now I'm going to show you guys a couple of TikToks I came across exposing the terrible things that Trisha has done to Moses.
Hi, I'm going to be talking about a situation that happened with Moses and Trisha from a while back that no one seemed to address and just let it slide. Including me, I had no idea this happened. So the first couple months of Trisha and Moses being together, it was strictly a friends with benefits relationship, which meant Moses was talking to other females. He was seeing a couple girls, including his ex, a girl he slept with before, and someone who was catfishing him online. I did work very hard to find everything. Here's one of the messages. Here's a photo of Moses that was in the other picture for proof. At the end of April last year, she found out what Moses was doing and punched him repeatedly, threw his keys over a fence so he wouldn't leave, and then tackled him and wouldn't let him leave unless he had sex with her. Here's some more DMs.
Wow.
Here is his message to the catfish. Trisha also decided to make a podcast where she read Moses's leaked messages with the other girls to embarrass him, and I could post the audio. The video is deleted.
One user said she also
That's
did this
crazy.
to Jason. However, the creator of the TikTok said Jason also did horrible things to Trisha. Internet personalities are horrible people. Another user commented, we also gloss over the fact that Trisha crashed her car into Jason's
so it
house.
was Jason.
Yes, how is that not talked about more? And how does even one
know.
do that? This bitch has done enough crazy things for
I mean, hey, it's possible. Like, my thing is like, I'm not going to, second, like think twice about something, like, nah, like, it's possible. It's possible. I know people are like, has it happened to you? Hasn't happened to me, but let's just say, like, I had my glasses on, so I seen some things, all right? But anyways.
lifetime in like the past 2 years.
Here are some Reddit posts about what happened in the situation happening in the video before she deleted it.
Basically, Moses got catfished on Instagram by someone pretending
Crazy.
to be a girl interested in him, and the way in which he replied to her was creepy and so out of touch. This was during when him and Trisha were having their fling as well. He was agreeing to pick her up from the airport to have sex the night he was going to dinner with Trisha and her parents. The way he talked to the girl was so creepy and out of touch, saying that he also puts his nose in when eating out trying to flirt. I felt like gagging, and Trisha was also saying how she thinks he has issues with women and attention. She also says that he is bizarrely spiritual, claiming that he is water, and dubs his flirting in the DMs with random women as helping them. Also, she says how when he went down on her, he just kissed it and didn't know what to do. She also says that he has a really weird relationship with his sister and doesn't get on with Ethan. I'm taking everything she says with a pinch of salt, and she is a mess that never gets her story straight, but at the end of the day, she is the one that spent weeks with Moses in quarantine, and everything she explains checks out. And she reads the DMs word for word, and you have to admit that the way Moses was talking to the girl was too much. You have to listen to it for yourself.
Here are those DMs for proof, talking about how he wouldn't put his nose anywhere near Trisha's meow meow. So I'm gonna try updating as much as I can. But this is your part 2. I hope you're happy.
I just love, like, the terminology for things today. It's like, you can't say the certain word, so you say something else for it. Like that, yeah. I appreciate people for doing
as
that.
hard as I can.
Not TikTok taking my video down for harassment and bullying when I'm
Oh,
calling
wow.
out a rich person.
And she also reposted Trish admitting to have hit Moses,
I hit him last summer, and it doesn't matter the circumstances, like, I hit him, and that gets thrown in my face
but also, like, what did you expect, Trisha?
all
Yeah.
the time, and it's fine, but I'm not a domestic abuser.
This is from her most recent video. She fully admitted to it. I can't find the catfishing DMs of her reading them. It's really disappointing. I know. I'm very sorry. I tried as hard as I could. They're gone. That's all that I could find. That's from her most recent video. It's very hard to find once she's privated everything. All in all, just because it did happen and she did call it out, she only called it out once she was exposed for hitting Moses, and I don't think that's right. But it doesn't excuse the shitty things Moses has done, like enabling her to act this way. I personally feel like he's trying to turn Trisha against the family because he doesn't like them either. He does not care for them. She said it before.
And here's Ethan savagely bringing up the incident.
He broke up with you because you started, like, punching him.
He's shaking his head no.
Oh, okay. You said I could say everything.
I did not punch him. You said that's why you broke up with me because I punched you? I went like this.
Okay.
It was never in public.
Well, maybe you shouldn't hit him.
This killed me. This killed me. And the
It's
costume.
like, yeah, then she has the video, she's saying, like, I hit him and stuff, and she's like, I'm not domestic abuser, but I will perform acts of domestic violence. I I guess I get like what she's saying, but it's like, hey, look, domestic violence is domestic violence. You can't say like, I don't do domestic violence, but I do domestic violence. I just don't do domestic violence. I just do domestic. Like, you see how like the tones, like how it changes. It's like it's still the same thing. Like I don't know. But anyways, it's, I guess like I would have to, I don't want to see the situation, but I guess like if I wish I would have been there to see like what was going on so I can have like a clearer picture on the thing. But
It's just making everything too. It's just wow.
Imagine if roles were reversed.
Put a finger down if they wouldn't let you hang out with the opposite sex.
I think I remember this
Put a finger down
video.
if they wouldn't let you like certain people's photos. Put a finger down if they got mad if you didn't respond in 5 minutes. Put a finger down if they ever got physical or threw something at you. Put a finger down if they ever forced you sexually. Put a finger down if you got to keep your location services on. Put a finger down if they threatened to kill themselves if you tried to break up with them. Put a finger down if they called you names. Put a finger down if they called you overly sensitive, but really they were just being mean. And lastly, put a finger down if they ruined your life.
I've posted this video on my channel before,
yeah.
but at the time, I for some reason just thought it was like a small push or something. I didn't know there were bruises, and I have no clue why Moses would stay with Trisha after this. She is
my thing is like, yeah, once it in got to that point, I'm leaving. I'm like, I don't care. You can go ahead, throw a little fit, crying, talk about, oh, I didn't mean to. I've always, no, I did not sign. I was like, the day when we signed this contract to be in a relationship, our imaginary contract, I didn't sign up for this. This wasn't in the fine print. I was like, that wasn't a part of the agreement. And I'm like, so I went out. I'm like, I'm quitting. So I'm like, I'm putting in my 2-second notice and I'm out of here. So anyways, yeah, that's crazy. I think that's what it's like always. It's like with me, I'm like, when bruises and, you know, blood or anything, once that came from my body, well, I've always said like blood's ever came from my body, I'm defending myself at all costs. But I'm like, yeah, bruises, I'm like, no, I'm just leaving the situation. And yeah, just be like, I can't do this. So 2-second notice, I'm out of here. But anyways,
clearly unstable. This is just crazy. Oh my god, I feel terrible. If you guys want to keep up to date, make sure to follow this girl on TikTok. I've just been using all of hers in this video. And now let's finally talk about the real reason why we're all here. Trisha's new video called The Real Reason Why Frenemies Broke Up. If you've watched my last video, I summarized all of Trisha's TikToks on the whole frenemies ending situation and also Trisha's response to Ethan's response.
I like how she does like the Trisha Paytas, she does like build up videos to like lead to like one big video. So she'll do like build up tweets, videos on other platforms. And overall would just like, you know, lead it into just one big video because she knows it's gonna like make her a bunch of money and things. So
Trisha's sister's TikToks. In this video, Trisha repeats pretty much
views.
everything they said in the TikTok, so I won't be going into too much detail of those things here. If you're interested in knowing more, check out my last video. In regards to people mocking the whole 5% meme, Trisha says it actually was a lot of money. One person pointed out saying that if Trisha's so caught up in that 5% being a lot of money, how much was that 45% that she was actually getting paid this entire time? Now that must have been a lot of money, right? So that's 9 times the amount of the 5%.
Exactly.
Trisha repeats the whole Ethan keeping 100% of the highlights thing. I sound like a broken record at this point. Making this video is giving me deja vu. I've said all of this way too many times. How is Trisha not tired of repeating the same old information? Trisha says her biggest issue is that Ethan lied.
The issue was Ethan lied, and he admitted to it. He said he misspoke, which is, you lied.
After their big fight on the last Frenemies episode, Ethan asks Trisha to come to the photo shoot they had already spent $5,000 on. Trisha agreed, and then Ethan was like, never mind, the crew is sad, they don't want to show up.
So now that he misspoke about that, the thing that launched all of this, which is like, oh, they felt disrespected, like, if this is not reflecting where the crew feels disrespected, like, you know, I should quit. I told Ethan I was gonna quit before I made the video. Like, I made the video. There was no hate in that video, all that stuff like that.
But Ethan has said multiple times that he was caught off guard when he posted the video of his stepping down from Frenemies. And to be honest, with your track record, Trisha, I'm gonna go ahead and take Ethan's word for that one. Sorry. And then Trisha repeats the whole Ethan punching down at Trisha's sister thing.
I'm obviously the one getting all the hate. They see that. So for them to do this video, like, defending themselves when I'm the one getting all the hate, it's like, it's really just punching down. It's just punching when it's low. My sister deleted that TikTok within an hour.
Oh my god, Trish, that's not what punching down is. You are not beneath Ethan. Shut up about this. Screw you, TikTok, for teaching Trisha these new fat terms. Trisha reiterates that this entire thing is between her and Ethan, not Hila. Trisha has respect for Hila and has no issues with her.
I don't want to put that on Hila because she has always been respectful, nice, and gracious to me, and I can't say the same thing about Ethan all the time. It would be like me punching down on like channels that dislike me. You know, there's a lot of channels, and there's a lot of channels that speak like straight up like just lies, just straight up lies about me.
I'm hoping she's not talking about this channel, because while we do enjoy a good Trisha video, we don't spread lies here.
Yeah.
Everything is backed up with receipts.
My thing is like, okay, alright, because I remember that there was like a time somebody came to this channel and was all like getting on me for supporting a T channel, but it's like, I'm not supporting a T channel, I'm supporting my friend. I don't care what videos they're doing, I'm going to show support. Like, Ray could be doing videos where she's like, I don't know, dressed up as an elephant breakdancing. Just some like random stuff. My thing is this is a friend of mine. This is a close friend of mine. I am going to show support. Yes, the videos some people may find it weird, some people may find it annoying, some people may hate it, some people may like it or love it. I'm going to support it regardless. And I think I've said that with like any of my friends that I'm like that becomes YouTubers. It's like there was my one friend Tadia, she did the video where it was like a makeup tutorial video. I sat down, watched that whole video because why? It was her video. Now anybody else, let's say if I were to see somebody else do a video of themselves dressed up as an elephant breakdancing, then I would be like, okay, that person is weird. If it's my friend, I just be like, this is a weird video, but this is my friend, and I'm gonna show support regardless. So yeah, it's like but just being a long time like viewer of like Ray's videos, my thing is this, and the majority of her videos, all right, if I can like honestly just place out like how Ray's videos like are, she watches your video, Trisha. Like, if Trisha ever see this, highly doubt she will, but anyways, she watches your videos, summarizes what you say, and then puts it in her video. Where's the lie? Like, my thing is this. It would be, I guess, like, the only way that she would be able to lie about you is if she was to be like, Trisha Paytas punched me in the face. You know, like, that, okay, that would be a lie. But if it's like, I watched Trisha Paytas' 2000, like, TikTok videos or something, and it's your videos, and she's showing, like, the main objective or the main part of the whole video and things, it's like, how is she lying? Yeah, it's like, I just don't think, you know, especially in this like topic or subject like this, I don't think a person like, you know, thinks too far. But let me stop. I might mess around and get canceled. They be all like, no, you went after Trisha Paytas, you went in too hard on Trisha Paytas in this video and stuff. I'm like, okay, let me stop. But I'm just saying, like, hey, yo, think before you act or talk.
Then Trisha brings up the fact that it was terrible of Ethan to tell the crew that Trisha wants them fired.
That's some manipulation. That's some bullshit. That is just bad bossing, period. Like,
Ethan actually admitted in his first video on the topic that maybe he shouldn't have done that. She brings up the fact that Ethan's first video on Trisha was him making fun of her no makeup pictures and says that that was punching down once again.
That's his tactic, right? It's like punching down on people. Like,
oh my god, Trisha, that's not what punching down is. That's just straight up punching. And while it was very mean of him to do that, please stop mixing shit up. Then Trisha says that Ethan is just as bad of a person as she is, but he never admits to it.
Or that's probably what she could admit, like, Trisha Paytas say something that's, like, not 100% true. And then, then that's, I guess so, yeah, technically in a way, like, when you say something that's not 100% true, and then somebody else repeated, technically it's them lying. I don't know. I thought it sounded good in my head, but then once I said it out loud, it sounded pretty stupid. So anyways, moving on.
Any faults? To be honest, in this situation, I can't think of anything that he should be admitting to that he hasn't already. Can someone clarify here? What did Ethan do wrong? Trisha also addresses Ethan exposing her for lying about not knowing one of the characters they dressed up as. If you don't remember that situation, Trisha was throwing a tantrum once and being like, I never like any of her costumes. I don't even know who these characters are. So Ethan brings up screenshots of messages from Trisha being like, those exact characters are from her favorite movie. How does that happen? How does one just forget their favorite movie?
Exactly.
But here's Trisha's explanation for it, and I'm using that word very loosely.
To prove that I'm a liar because I said I loved the movie. I was hyping him up. I was like, oh yeah, I love that movie. Then when we watched the movie the day before, I was just like, oh, I like didn't see this movie. To me, that's not like a lie. It's just like him forgetting that it was his idea for the costume.
So you were lying when you said...
My thing is like, why does it matter? If this is like, so let's say if I were to be in a situation like this where the persons are like, hey, you know, like this is the segment of our show. You just wear a costume. And I guess maybe that's just because I'm just a chill, like down to earth person. I just don't care. But my thing is like, if they set a costume in front of me, I don't care what kind of costume it is. It's like, if that's the segment of the show, if anything's, I would do like a fake hatred towards it. Like, I'm not hating it. I'm just like, oh, I'm having fun. Like, at the end of the day, that's all that really matters, is like, you know, just people having fun doing their thing. So yeah, I just have to, you know, say this right now. It's like, if Ethan would have contacted me about doing a Frenemies podcast, I think the podcast would have lasted a little bit longer than him and Trisha Paytas doing Frenemies, because I'm like, I don't care about no costumes. I'm like, at the end of the day, we're getting content done. We going home. We're not losing any hours of sleep, and we just chilling. Okay, we're doing our thing. We making moves. That's all that matters. So, but anyway,
that it was your favorite movie. Okay, guys, here's the part of the video where I go off topic for a second and talk about pathological liars. Pathological lying, also known as mythomania and pseudologia fantastica, is the chronic behavior of compulsive or habitual lying. Unlike telling the occasional white lie to avoid hurting someone's feelings or getting in trouble, a pathological liar seems to lie for no apparent reason. Guys, I actually had a friend who was a pathological liar, and he would lie about the most ridiculous things. Like, he'd be like, I'm in class right now, and I'd be like, no, you're not, because I'm sitting in class and you're not here. Like, why would you lie?
Yeah, I have somebody like that on my Twitch streams. They went and joined my stream talking about LeBron James showed up to my school. I'm like, that's kind of cool. I'm like, do you get a picture of him? And he was all like, no, I ain't getting no pictures. He was charging LeBron James, the greatest basketball player, like, or one of the greatest basketball players of all time, was at his high school charging high school kids $40 to take a photo with him. When he was telling me that, I was like playing the game, but I kind of like had stopped playing the game because I'm like, wait a minute, time out. Why is LeBron James, when this man probably has a multi-billion-dollar contract with Nike and all of the shoes that he's releasing, and then it's like, what? Then it's like this Space Jam movie. Let's not even talk on his like $100 million contract that he has with the Lakers right now. Oh my God, that was just like, and this is like a ongoing problem, and I'm like, fam, like, look, you can come to my like Twitch channel or my live stream and just tell me the most boring stuff of your life and just be like, oh yeah, today was a boring day. I literally just sat at home and just was chilling and stuff. I'm like, hey man, like that be the like those be the days where you could just do that and stuff. But it's like, we could just talk. We could talk about whatever. I don't care. If you want to talk about my videos, let's talk about that. You want to talk about the game that I'm playing or whoever, let's talk about Ray Rahimi and her hot tea channel. I don't care. But it's like, please do not come to my Twitch streams unless you're like joking, where you're all like, oh, I just got into a fist fight with Batman. I'm like, did you win? You say no, I'm like, I'm a clown on you. But like, if it's not that, if you trying to say like, I'm telling you the truth, like, I actually met LeBron, I'm not gonna believe you, okay? So unless you show me proof and things. But I've always said that, I'm like, do you have proof? No, you're lying. So please leave my stream, get out of here. But anyways,
lie about that. And I truly think Trisha is a pathological liar. Time and time again, she proves this by making things up that are absolutely not true, but don't really serve a purpose, you know? Then Trisha moves on to talk about the Disney trip again. She already talks about all of this on TikTok, but once again, she says that her sister never lied. Everything she said on the TikTok was true. She actually did pay for Ethan and Hila.
Like, it wasn't a beg to pay situation. It also didn't matter. I paid for my own birthday dinner. It is fine.
But then Trisha says that she believes Ethan did pay for something else.
Maybe he paid for one of I think he paid for one of the meals. Like, I have to really think about it, but which is overly nice. Like,
so I think that we can all agree on is that 1, Ethan and Hila were actually invited. They didn't just invite themselves. Yeah. 2, they didn't pay for their own Disneyland tickets, but they offered to. 3, they didn't.
Yeah, it's like, if a person invites me to something, I'm like, I'm not really, I don't know, like, I guess like the opportunity, it's gonna be like a 50-50 thing. If somebody invites me, like, I'm trying to think. Like, okay, let's say somebody invites me out to eat, right? That's the key word to it, inviting. If they're just all like, I don't, my thing is like, I don't know. If we're hanging out and then we go to a restaurant, then I'm like, oh, okay, then, you know, it ain't really like, we just hanging out. And then we just so happen to end up at this restaurant and things. So if they're all like, hey, let's go out to eat to this restaurant, in a situation like that, it's going to be a 50-50 thing where I'm like, okay, 50% chance of them paying for it, 50% chance of me paying for it. I'm still going to bring my wallet. I'm still going to bring all of my debit and credit cards. And yes, I'm going to go there under the intentions that I could possibly pay for this. But if not, and then you're just like, oh, no. Put your cards away. Put your cards away. I got this. And then you're paying for it. Then it's like, okay, well, like, you decided to do that. You can't get mad at me because it's like, you wanted to pay for it. So my thing is, like, make sure you always, like, that's what I just don't like, is like when they only tell half of the story. That's why it's like in situations like this, I kind of wish I had like that like Flash, like from the TV show in DC and all that. Like I kind of wish I had like either that power. What power? Can he go back in time? I really don't know. But I just wish I kind of had like some like time traveling power, because I went back and just been like, oh, okay, so he didn't pay, or he wasn't invited, or he just showed up or whatever. But regardless, I'm like, I just highly doubt that a YouTuber that's most likely making like probably $1 million a year. Like, I really don't know. I think I'll check his social blade afterwards and stuff. But anyways, I'm like, yeah, I highly doubt that somebody in his position would go to Disneyland and don't have enough money to pay. It's like, fam, you a big YouTuber, bro. Come on now.
Pay for their own dinner, but they did offer to split it. And 4, they paid for another meal after. So I think if we all agree on those 4 things, we also agree that Trisha's sister did indeed lie about 2 things in her TikTok. That's just that, Trisha. It's factual. Move on. Trisha spends another 5 minutes talking about how Ethan punches down. She repeats the story of Ethan disrespecting homeless people and construction workers, which a lot of people in my last video said that they don't believe that happened, but I guess we'll never know unless the clips come out. And she goes back to Ethan lying about the crew being mad at her and twisting the narrative and relates it to her schizophrenia.
Yes, I do have schizophrenia, and that does include memory loss and delusions and stuff, and I'm on medication for it. I was like, no, I'm not gonna let someone like dictate reality for me, because I do get it confused a lot.
She says that obviously
at the end of the day, I had to just say this about Trisha Paytas. Like, if this is the final thing that I can say about Trisha Paytas, she needs to go to church. I'm like, if anything, I'm like, this girl just needs to go to church, read the Bible at least 100 times, sit there, like, bring a sleeping bag, spend the night inside the church, like, meditate. Just do something to relax you, relax your nerves, relax your spirit, relax your mind, soul, all of that, because you need it. Like, honestly, I'm saying, like, I think I've said it before, but I'm like, hey, yo, if anybody needs a break with content creating, social media, YouTube, all of it, Trisha Paytas is definitely on that list, okay? If it's like the Billboard's 100, Trisha Paytas has been in like the top 20 like since Michael Jackson released Thriller, okay? Like, she needs this break, all right? So that's just my opinion about her. People may disagree, people may say some other things, people may agree, I don't really know, but just my personal opinion, if I was in Trisha Paytas' situation, I probably would have left social media and content creating a long time ago, and probably would have just got a job at freaking, I don't know, something, maybe did behind the scenes work where it's just, I'm not really in front, but I still want to do content creating. And it's like, okay, yeah, I'll do that. But yeah, it's like, she needs like some like just spiritual like healing, something to just really relax her. Cause I'm like, you got a lot going on, and just based off of that little clip where she's saying like naming off all these different, and just like on the previous things that she said that she has, and I'm like, man, you just need a break, okay? You just need like a spiritual coma. You just need to relax. You need to just calm down. I don't know what you need to do, but like you need to like find a hobby, something that's going to just really relax you. Go fishing, go shopping, or what other things out there that you can do. Go travel. Whatever it is that you need to do it. But it's like, this ain't good for you.
Frenemies will never be coming back, and there will be no on-camera reconciliation. But on a personal level, she does want it to work out, and everyone is still invited to the wedding. Why do I have a tough time believing that will ever happen after everything?
That wedding is gonna be so like dysfunctional and stuff. That wedding is, yeah. I don't know, unless Ethan goes there and he just doesn't say any. Well, all right, so this is how I honestly would place the situation. Okay, this is what I think, that this is just my scenario and like my prediction of it and stuff. I feel like Ethan would go to Trisha's wedding, right? He won't say nothing. Trisha would start overthinking the situation as usual. Approach Ethan and be like, why are you not saying anything? You're trying to ruin my wedding. Why are you doing this? Oh my God, I can't breathe. I'm gonna have a fit. I'm gonna have a BF. And it's like, fam, no, relax. I'm not saying anything because I don't want to, because I know if I do, and then that's getting into scenario 2. Scenario 2, Ethan says something, Trisha Paytas is going to take it to the heart, and it's just like, oh my god, why did you say that? Now I'm going to have a BF, and I'm going to flip out and do all these other crazy wild things at my wedding. She's going to, either way, if Ethan shows up, Trisha is going to have an emotional breakdown. She is, 100%. And you're going to see them like camera viewed videos of people just like watching her have a breakdown and stuff. Honestly, that's my Simpsons prediction.
Said about Ethan. And that's pretty much all Trisha said in this 40-minute video, you guys. Not anything new at all. At this point, there was absolutely nothing new Trisha could say about the situation to milk it anymore. It's done. Move on, Trish. Stop making videos. I know it's nice to get 1 million views a video, but people are over it. One user said, living embodiment of the 7 deadly sins. Trisha is overwhelmingly full of pride, gluttony, envy, sloth, lust, wrath, and especially greed. Another user said, what I'm most proud of is that Trisha stans are actually holding Trish accountable for what she's trying to do here post Frenemies. It feels like her diehard fans seem actually genuinely disappointed and are fed up with the back and forth. Trisha at one point said,
she needs to, honestly, Trisha Paytas needs to get into gaming. Like, I think that'll solve her problems. Get into gaming. Go, Trisha Paytas, you know, to take down all your videos, buy you either an Xbox or a gaming PC, PlayStation, whatever. And you just either Twitch stream or just post gaming videos. Like, I will even recommend, if that was the case, if that were to ever happen, and I will personally help out Trisha Paytas with everything that she needs help with. I will personally, for a whole year, if she were to like just change and just be different for a whole year, I would help her out with her gaming career. Now, I'm like, you guys stick with it. If anybody tries to come after you, you just gotta let it go, all right? But you just honestly, or tell them, hey, meet me up, 1v1 me in Call of Duty, okay? So that's how you guys solve your problems from now on.
I'm a professional. Like, she didn't leave the show 4 times. And she also at one point said, he's dragging this on. Ma'am, you really need some self-awareness. She needs to realize that no matter how many videos she makes, no one is going to be on her side. Ethan misspoke, then he lied. Callie misspoke, she misspoke, which is exactly how Trisha's brain works. And yeah, that was it for today's video, guys. Let me know what your opinions are on all of this in the comments down below. If you like this video, make sure to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. I post new videos every single week. Alright, bye.
Yeah, I think, yeah, Trisha, she just needs like or they need a spiritual break. They just need to relax and freaking go shoe shopping. You know, go get you some Concord 11s and just look at them, like sniff them. You know how like, well, okay, well, because Concord's 11, they've been out for a few years. So honestly, just go to a shoe store, get you a new pair of shoes, and then just smell them. I'm telling y'all, for those that have never done it, get you a brand new pair of Jordans like at Foot Locker or Champs, and you just sit there and just smell it. I'm telling you, that new shoe smell, it hits the spot some days. All right, so but anyways, good video as always, Ray. If you guys haven't, make sure you go subscribe to her for more videos like this. Subscribe to her personal channel, Ray Rahimi, and her business channel, Build Your Pocket. Like, subscribe to me too, and I will talk to you guys later. Thank you guys for watching, and peace.